Today, we'll discuss global warming, which is a serious issue for our planet. It refers to the rising temperature of Earth due to human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation. This creates the greenhouse effect, where gases like carbon dioxide trap heat in the atmosphere. The evidence is clear. We're seeing higher temperatures, melting ice, and stronger storms. These changes are impacting ecosystems and human societies. But there is hope. Solutions like using renewable energy, reducing waste, and protecting forests can help. By understanding the causes and effects of global warming, we can take steps to reduce its impact and protect our planet. Let's talk about what global warming is and how it has developed over time. What is global warming? Global warming means that the Earth's temperature is going up over time. This happens because of human activities like burning fossil fuels, coal, oil, gas, and cutting down trees. These actions release gases like carbon dioxide into the air. These gases trap heat from the sun, which makes the Earth warmer. Difference from climate change. Global warming is a big part of climate change. But climate change is more than just rising temperatures. It also includes things like more extreme weather, heat waves, storms, rising sea levels, and the loss of animals and plants as they struggle to survive. Historical background. The idea of global warming started in the late 1800s. Scientists like Svante Arrhenius were the first to suggest that too much carbon dioxide in the air could cause the Earth to warm up. This idea started the research we rely on today. In short, global warming has been a concern for over 100 years, but it's getting worse because of human activities. It's an urgent issue we need to address. Now, let's talk about the greenhouse effect, which plays a key role in global warming. 1. Natural process. The greenhouse effect is a natural process. It happens when certain gases in the Earth's atmosphere trap heat from the sun. This trapped heat helps keep the planet warm enough to support life. Without the greenhouse effect, Earth would be too cold for most living things. 2. Key gases. The gases responsible for the greenhouse effect include carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor, and ozone. These gases allow sunlight to pass through but prevent some of the heat from escaping, which keeps the Earth warm. 3. Human impact. While the greenhouse effect is natural, human activities have made it stronger. Burning fossil fuels, cutting down forests, and industrial activities release more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This has caused the Earth to warm at an accelerated rate, contributing to climate change. Now, let's look at the main causes of global warming. Fossil fuels. Burning fossil fuels for energy, like electricity, heating, and transportation, releases large amounts of carbon dioxide, CO2, into the atmosphere. This is the largest source of CO2 emissions, driving global warming. Deforestation. Cutting down trees reduces the planet's ability to absorb CO2. Trees naturally store carbon, but when forests are destroyed, that carbon is released, contributing to warming. This is often linked to agricultural expansion. Agriculture, farming, particularly livestock like cattle, produces methane, CH4, a potent greenhouse gas. Other sources of methane include rice paddies and landfills, industrial processes. Certain industrial activities, such as cement production and refrigeration, release CO2 and other harmful gases, like hydrofluorocarbons, HFCs, which also contribute to global warming. These activities all play a part in accelerating the warming of our planet. Now, let's discuss the evidence that shows global warming is happening. Rising temperatures. Global temperatures have increased by approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. This rise in temperature is not gradual. It's accelerating with the rate of warming increasing each decade. This is one of the most obvious signs of global warming. Melting ice. The Arctic is warming at twice the global rate. This rapid warming is causing glaciers and ice caps to melt at an alarming pace. As the ice melts, it contributes to rising sea levels, which threatens coastal areas and ecosystems. Weather changes. We're also seeing more extreme weather events. Heat waves, droughts, and storms are becoming more frequent and intense. These weather changes are causing shifts in ecosystems, which affect biodiversity and agriculture, further disrupting natural systems and human communities. These pieces of evidence show that global warming is real and happening right now. Let's now look at some of the environmental impacts caused by global warming. Ecosystems. Species that can't adapt quickly to changing climates are at risk of extinction. As temperatures rise and habitats change, animals may lose their homes or food sources. These shifts in ecosystems lead to a loss of biodiversity, making it harder for nature to maintain its balance. Coral reefs. Coral reefs are incredibly vulnerable to global warming. The warming of ocean waters and increased acidification cause coral bleaching, where the corals lose their vibrant colors and become stressed. This threatens these vital marine ecosystems, which are home to a large number of marine species. Forests. Changing climate patterns also affect forest health. Warmer temperatures and changing rainfall patterns can lead to more frequent and intense wildfires. Additionally, pests and diseases thrive in warmer climates, further damaging forests. These environmental impacts are just some of the many ways that global warming is harming our planet. Now, let's look at some of the human impacts of global warming. Health. Global warming is increasing the frequency of heat waves, which leads to more heat-related illnesses like heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Additionally, as temperatures rise, diseases carried by insects like malaria and dengue may spread to new regions, putting more people at risk. Agriculture. Changes in rainfall patterns and more frequent extreme weather events, like droughts and floods, are affecting crop yields. This can lead to food insecurity in many regions, making it harder for people to access enough food. Water scarcity. As glaciers melt, especially in mountainous regions, the amount of fresh water available is decreasing. This affects water supplies for drinking, irrigation, and industry, leading to water scarcity in some areas. Displacement. Rising sea levels and extreme weather events, such as hurricanes and floods, are causing people to be displaced from their homes. This creates climate refugees and leads to economic challenges as communities try to rebuild and adapt. These are just a few of the many ways that global warming is directly impacting people's lives. Finally, let's discuss the solutions to mitigate global warming. Addressing this challenge requires action at all levels, from individual actions to global cooperation. Individual action. On a personal level, each of us can make a difference by adopting more sustainable lifestyles. This includes reducing energy consumption, recycling, using public transport, and advocating for policies that support climate action. Every small change adds up to a larger impact. Policy and cooperation. Governments and international organizations must cooperate to create and implement policies that reduce emissions. Key strategies include international agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, and implementing carbon pricing to make polluting activities more costly, encouraging cleaner alternatives. Sustainable practices. Transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower, as well as promoting sustainable agriculture, can significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Sustainable farming practices and conserving ecosystems are also crucial in the fight against global warming. Technological innovation. Finally, Technological advancements are essential in addressing global warming. Innovations in energy efficiency, carbon capture, and storage technologies can help reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve the way we use energy. In summary, combating global warming requires a combined effort from individuals, policymakers, businesses, and researchers. By working together, we can create a more sustainable future for all. As we reach the end of this presentation, it's important to remember why global warming matters and why we must take action. Global threat. Global warming is a threat to all forms of life on Earth. It affects not only human societies, but also ecosystems, economies, and human health worldwide. From rising sea levels to extreme weather events, its impacts are far reaching and can be devastating if left unchecked. Urgency of action. The urgency of action cannot be overstated. Taking steps now to reduce emissions and protect the environment can prevent irreversible damage in the future. By acting today, we can preserve the planet for future generations, ensuring they inherit a livable world. Collective responsibility. Addressing global warming is a shared responsibility. It requires the collective effort of individuals, communities, businesses, and governments. Our actions today will determine the future of our planet. By understanding the causes and impacts of global warming, we can make informed decisions and take meaningful steps toward creating a sustainable future. Every action counts in the fight against climate change. Thank you for watching, and let's all do our part in making a difference.